Hey, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's junk journal with me, we are going to be doing day 29 of the Junk Journal July challenge. Today's prompt is geometric. So I think this is a really interesting one because there's different ways you could take this. I am deciding to turn my collage into straight lines and bold, like triangles and different shapes, rather than my usual layered up, torn edges, random assortments of papers. I'm trying to take it a lot more precise almost, even though I wasn't measuring anything, but I decided rather than like tearing out collage papers like I normally do, I instead cut out different triangles and decided to use that as the starting point for my page. I wanted to make this into the background, and as I went on I kind of realized that I really wanted it to be more subdued. Like I was finding the harsh edges and the harsh lines a little bit tricky because it's not something I normally do. I usually like to work with things that are a lot more soft, those torn, more organic edges, and so working with these rigid straight lines was a little bit of a challenge for me. So what I ended up doing was covering it up with some tissue paper and also some paint to kind of help blend it in a little bit, so you could still see all of the lines and the kind of basis of the page, but then I still tried to kind of veer towards more of my comfort zone. But it was still fun to play with something outside of my comfort zone and try a new way of laying things out on my page. So maybe this is something you might want to try as well for this prompt, or you could also apply this to cutting geometric shapes out of your journal or different supplies. Maybe you could look for different packaging that has some geometric shapes in it and work with those patterns within your journal. So there's lots of different ways you can take this, and the funny thing is, when I came up with this prompt, it was a bit of a funny one because I was in a cafe and I was trying to like write down different ideas for prompts, because at this point I've done this challenge for a few years now, and we do January and we do July. So, you know, it's hard as it goes on to come up with new ideas and try and think of different ways of using prompts. And I remember being in a cafe and I was looking around, and there was actually a light fixture on the wall, and it had these really intricate like triangular shapes, a little bit art deco-ish you could say. And I thought, oh, that's a nice like geometric pattern. And then I thought, oh, why don't I make that like a prompt? Like that's something that I wouldn't necessarily think of straight off the bat. So yeah, that's kind of where this prompt came from. And when I wrote it down, I thought, oh, that sounds cool, but I don't really know what I'm going to do with that. And I think that was quite nice for me as well to push myself with the prompts, because you'll have noticed a lot of the prompts are led by kind of the things that I like to do in my journal. So trying to encourage you guys to try new things, and it helps like that I can kind of show how I would do that in my journal. So, you know, using the florals, using the collage and things like that. But it's also nice to have some prompts that I'm not sure of as well. And it's always fun looking in the Junk Journal July hashtag to see how everyone else has interpreted the prompts. I'm always amazed, and we've got over 17,000 posts now within the hashtag. So I think when we started at the start of this month, there were about 12,000. So the fact that we've had 5,000 entries on the hashtag is absolutely blown my mind, and I've absolutely loved going through everyone's posts and seeing what everyone's been doing. So many of you have been keeping up every day, which is absolutely amazing. I really hope that you've been enjoying this challenge now that we're getting to the end of it and going into the final weekend. So yeah, it's been a really fun month, and I can't wait to show you guys a full flip through of this journal and sort of chat through different thoughts and things that I've learned over the course of, you know, working on this in the month, things that I've tried that are new, what I like, and, you know, how I'm going to take this forward maybe into my other journals. So thank you so much for joining me for another junk journal with me. I hope you enjoyed journaling along with me. If you do try anything that you've seen in my junk journal with me, then do let me know, tag me on Instagram. I've seen quite a few people trying out different things that I've done in my journal, and it's just always so fun to see, so do let me know. I'm quite pleased with how this spread came out. It was very experimental and just playing around and having fun with my papers. So I hope you enjoyed journaling along with me. As always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!